everyone, so today we are going to see lines and angles. Here, angle is an inclination between two rays. Suppose this is a ray OA. This ray is going to extend in this direction, and when we are having a two rays, that inclination between the two rays is called as an angle. Suppose this is a point O, we call it a vertex O. For an angle, vertex O is an initial common point, and here a ray OA is there, and here a ray OB is there. And inclination between these two rays with initial vertex is called as an angle. So here we will see some special pair of angles. Some special pair of angles. In that, first of all, we will see adjacent angles. So, what are adjacent angles? As the name itself suggests, we need here two angles which are placed next to each other. For example, consider a diagram. Here, again initial vertex O I am drawing. It is a point A, this is a point B, and having one more ray in that. For example, this is a ray L. OL, OA and OB. We have two angles here. These two angles are placed next to each other such that what they have one common arm and initial vertex common. So as we notice here, we have here two angles. So I will write here which angle? AOL. We use this symbol to denote the angle. We have AOL and angle BOL. These are adjacent angles. And how to recognize adjacent angles? Always remember, adjacent angles always having a one common arm and one common vertex. Now, moving to the next. We have linear pair angles. So what are linear pair angles? Just now I have taught you that adjacent angles. So again, for a linear pair angles, you need adjacent angles. But we have some special characteristic for the linear angles. You should have two opposite rays, adjacent angles with two opposite rays. Or you can say two opposite arms. For example, consider here this is a common point O, this is a common point O, and this side OM is a common arm or a common side. Then you notice here we have two angles here, angle TOM and angle SOM. As you see, they are also adjacent, but you notice these are two opposite rays each other. OT is going in this direction and OS is going in this direction. So such adjacent angles with opposite rays, common side, you call it linear pair. And if you observe here, the linear pair is always supplementary, or you can say it is on the straight line. So angle SOM plus angle TOM is going to be 180 degree because you observe this is a one straight angle. So we conclude that linear pair angles are always straight angle and the sum of two linear pair will be always 180 degree. Now again in lines and angles, we will go for another special pair of angles. In that we will see vertically opposite angles. So what does it mean by vertically opposite angles, and to which angles we can call vertically opposite angles? So for that you need two straight lines. Suppose this is a line L and one more line we have. Suppose this is a line M. You can observe here the line L and M, they cut each other at a one common point. Let's suppose this point is O. So you observe here two straight lines are there and they are cutting each other, means they are intersecting each other at a common point O. So you observe here are the four angles are forming. Let us give us name 1, angle 2, this is angle 3 and this is angle 4. So you observe when lines cut each other, two lines at a one common point, they make up four angles. So we have some special properties for that four angles. The angles which are opposite, they are equal, their measures will be equal. So I can say here angle 1 is opposite to angle 3 and their measures will be equal. In the same way angle 4 and 2, they are also equal. We will write down the reason, vertically opposite angles. And remember, whenever angles are vertically opposite, their measures are equal. Means suppose if 1 is 45 degree, then angle 3 is also going to be 45 degree. And this diagram you observe, suppose our lines are like this. Again, two lines are cutting each other. Then you observe the angles around a point is going to be 360 degree. That means you can say that the sum of all the four angles is always equal to 360 degree. And you see here, these are forming linear pair also. If you notice this diagram, angle 1 and 2. If we hide this part of the figure and if you observe 1 and 2, they are again linear pair also. Linear pair means the angles which are adjacent to each other with one common arm and the two opposite rays. So here you observe angle 1 plus angle 2 is also 180 degree. In the same way angle 3, 4, angle 1, 4 and angle 2, 3. And you observe the total angle, the sum of all angles around a point is 360 degree, which make a one complete rotation. So if you want to find out angles, unknown angles, if one is given to you, you can find the remaining angles.